Now at 6, food, music, and the arts. Joplin's annual neighborhood music festival is back. Plus, big changes and big lessons. How the Sooner State looks to overhaul its education department. And hundreds of high school students head to the campus of MSSU for STEM Discovery Day.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Instead of a massive concert venue, bands are playing on their porches. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Anthony Saviello. As KOAM's Ty Parks reports, Porch Fest returns to the North Heights neighborhood in Joplin this weekend for the annual celebration of local music, the arts, and plenty of good food.
It starts with a spreadsheet. The Porch Fest committee sits down with a spreadsheet and goes over which bands go where.
It's crazy too, because it's like you can't have bands playing close together, right? Sound wise, and then the porches, we don't want them too far away.
The preparation starts in early July and includes getting with the city and vendors and bands. The city will block off Moffett Avenue and people will be walking the street listening to music and eating food, all to bring the community to the North Heights neighborhood for the annual event.
It's a community event.
Yeah.
I mean, at the Coleman Center or anywhere that there's an event space, it's like bringing people out of their neighborhood. And this is the neighborhood that's having the party. And we just invite everybody to come have the party with us.
The homeowners love the sense of community Porch Fest brings.
Love getting to know the artists and being able to have neighbors come to my house to see the band and meeting new people and being able to just build bigger relationships with the community here.
Bands come from all over to play the cozy setting.
You have the crowds right there. It's really personable with and so it makes it more fun. And also with Porch Fest is designed to get people outside and interacting with each other with music.
In Joplin, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Early tomorrow morning, the roads will be blocked. The tables and chairs will be placed in the street. Head over to KOAMNewsNow.com where we provided a link for more information, including a complete list of all the porches and musicians participating this weekend. You can also watch and interview KOAM's Elise Noe did it on the morning show with Porch Fest organizer Angela Hudson. Tonight, be sure to tune in to Joplin High School's homecoming game on our free KOAM Plus stream. The Eagles take on the Carthage Tigers for Friday Night Football. You can watch it free on our KOAM News mobile app, website at KOAMNewsNow.com, or our free TV KOAM Plus streaming app. Catch all the action. It starts at 7 p.m. Well, Friday Night Lights means Friday night weather. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty.
Yeah, and it looks like if you're heading out to a game shortly, weather overall, it's warm. I mean, look at this. We're still into the mid-80s, so at best, we're only going to cool down to about 81, 82 degrees by the time the games kick off, most of them at 74 by the time we head into the fourth quarter. But another mild night for us tonight. That means mid-60s. Remember, our average high is about 75. We've been up there in that 88 range. That's what we're going to see again as we head into the weekend. 80s to start next week, but here's a change. Chances for rain and a little bit cooler as we go through the middle of next week. Clear skies right now, nothing going on. Pretty calm tonight, clear skies, light little southerly wind. By morning, sitting into the mid-60s. Let me take you into the afternoon, about 86. Once again, we'll talk about those rain chances here in a bit.
Doug, thanks. See you soon. Oklahoma gets a new state superintendent of education today. Lindell Fields takes over the Oklahoma State Department of Education as Governor Kevin Stitt announces major changes to education leadership. The move follows the resignation of the state's former top educator, Ryan Walters, who stepped down after a controversial time in the office lasting less than 3 years. The governor also named Dan Hamlin as the new Secretary of Education. He also brings in a 7-person education turnaround team to work alongside Fields.
This will not be easy work. Turning around a ship takes time. But in the next 15 months, we can calm the waters, rebuild trust, and lay a strong foundation for the future of Oklahoma schools.
Fields asks for patience as he works to reform the department. The new team will focus on serving Oklahoma students and rebuilding the state education agency. Stitt says the changes represent a fresh start for Oklahoma education. Missouri Southern State University welcomed over 200 students to their campus for a STEM Discovery Day. The purpose of the event is to prepare and inform high school students about career fields involving science, technology, engineering, and math. Students participated in different sessions, including a forensics lab, a liquid nitrogen ice cream lab, and more.
I've looked into it a lot already, and kind of just being here and hearing more about it's like helped a lot and made me want to.
Also, the kids that are coming in, even if they don't come here, that recognize that this is a great place, and maybe they can tell their friends about that and have their friends be interested in coming here as well.
The STEM Day also included sessions about genetics, microbiology, and environmental health. Joplin takes on the Carthage Tigers in tonight's Game of the Week. Sports Director Ryan Blank has a preview of the matchup coming up live from Jung Stadium. But up first, some future scientists and engineers get STEM lessons in McDonald County.
In McDonald County, White Rock Elementary teachers put their own unique spin on today's lesson plans. I'm Kenny Foreman, and I'll have more on that coming up.
White Rock Elementary teachers transformed their classrooms into real-world environments today. The idea is to make learning engaging and practical. Kenny Foreman reports from McDonald County.
Because we're going to have coffee beans out, we're going to have dice out. Okay?
On the agenda for Caitlin Smith's third grade class today, Starbucks.
I felt like it was something that's really relatable nowadays. It seems to be something that the kids think is trendy and fun. And I felt like there were a lot of ways that we could incorporate it, like measuring and using coffee beans for different things as manipulatives for math.
As part of Rock Your School Day, Smith and her colleagues transformed each classroom into its unique environment. The idea is to allow students to have more fun with their curriculum and learn real-life skills. Many teachers like Smith chose to introduce the concept of local business.
My hope for today is that the kids walk away feeling inspired, maybe for the future, thinking about things that they want to do, but also understanding like a sense of community, because I feel like sometimes that's something that we forget about.
The concept for Rock Your School was first introduced to the nation by the organization Get Your Teach On. Feeling inspired after attending a conference, the staff here at White Rock Elementary wanted to make it a reality in McDonald County.
I think whenever a kid sees an adult excited about something, they naturally feel excited too. Yesterday, whenever I was even telling them about some of the things, they mentioned they love seeing me as an adult excited. It gets them excited.
The hope is that strategies like these will create a stronger desire for students to want to be in class every day.
I think it's easier for kids to dive into technology and not be present in their real life always. And so I think this kind of gets them excited to want to come whenever the world seems so heavy and broken.
In McDonald County, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
Beth Holland, the White Rock principal, said students aren't just studying careers, they're actively engaging with professionals to learn. Well, it's time to paint the city blue for Miami High School homecoming. Miami's Main Street closed from between 1 and 4 p.m. for the homecoming parade today. Storefronts, yards, and windows were decked out in blue, and the War Dog spirit was on full display. Families lined the street to cheer on the floats, the band, and even catch some candy tossed out for the kids. A little later, the past comes alive in Fort Scott thanks to the annual Pioneer Harvest Fiesta.
And the warm temperatures are definitely alive out there, and we'll be sticking around for the weekend. Details coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be another warm one for us today. All week long, we've been into the mid to upper 80s. What is our average high? It's about 75. So it's been about 10 to 12, 13 degrees above where we should be, which kind of stinks. You want to have the good weather in the month of October. We don't want to get into December and just slide right on into winter, but it is going to be dry. It's going to be a nice weekend. There's nothing going on outside. Let me walk you through your weekend. We're going to start Saturday morning. If you're getting up early at 6 a.m., I will be asleep, 62, 63 degrees. Light southerly wind, so we may get a gust 15 miles per hour, a little breezier than what we saw today, but still good. Low to mid 80s by noon, a little breezy in the afternoon, about 86 for an afternoon high. Let's go 86 Stockton, 82 in Bentonville, Grove 85, Parsons at 84 degrees. As we go into Saturday night, not much going on. Nice and calm. about 62, 63 degrees once again. And then on Sunday, we do it again. Light little breeze, 85, 86, 87 degrees by Sunday afternoon. So breaking down your weekend, a pair of 86s, warm weekend, mild nights, well above average. Over about 10 to 12 degrees above where we should be for this time of the year. Great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Sun angle going down. We, of course, are losing a lot of the evening daylight. It really expands through the month of October. We lose about 80 minutes, which is quite a bit. Through the evening, slide back through the 70s into the 60s later on tonight, but still warm. Look at Bella Vista, 83. On the other end, you got 84 in Nevada. Veneta is sitting at 85. Chanute is at 83 degrees. Why are we warm? It's this. See this twist? That is a ridge of high pressure. So that ridge goes way up into Minnesota and then comes down. Well, anything under the ridge, you can't get any storms or anything, so it's just kind of warm and dry across the region. We do get some changes by Monday. Let me show you what's going on. A little tropical Gulf moisture, so some scattered thunderstorms. This is not going to be widespread, but there are going to be some out there. Up through here is a front, and the front starts to sink in. It's a little cooler front. It's not really a cold front. Scattered showers on Saturday. As we get into Sunday, that front now is draped through Arkansas and into Oklahoma. So we cool down a bit. We may still be above average, but we should get highs a couple days into the upper 70s as we go through next week, and then additional chances for rain start to work back in on Thursday and then on Friday. So this makes me happy for two reasons. One, I have something to talk about next week, and two, our temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler. So here's that ridge of high pressure. We're watching a little tropical moisture across the Gulf over the next few days. And then once we get through about the middle and latter half of next week, our new pattern starts. Then we get to start figuring out what is the winter going to be like, and also next spring severe weather season, even next summer. 86 is over the weekend, 85 on Monday, 83 on Tuesday. 70s popping up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which again, that would still be above normal, but a lot closer to it than 88 that we were today.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think everyone's ready for a little bit of normal rather than...
Would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Doug. Well, don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get the severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available on the Apple App Store, the Google Play Store, or whatever app store you use, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Go get it. Well, we got an alert for drivers in southwest Missouri. Route 171 at Route 96 will be closed for road work October 13th through October 17th. MoDOT crews plan to set barrier walls and do repairs to the bridge, deck, and driving surface. Construction will begin at 6 a.m. that Monday and will impact all lanes of traffic. MoDOT recommends drivers find alternative routes for the week of construction. Still ahead, voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holtis, previews Kansas City's matchup with the Jags. Plus, Ben McLeish is live from Jung Field for our KOAM Game of the Week. That and more up next in sports.
Welcome back to KOAM News at 6. We have another thrilling night of high school football, and I'm here at Jung Field for our KOAM Game of the Week, where the Joplin Eagles take on the Carthage Tigers in a clash of four states' powerhouses. The Eagle-Tiger rivalry has been one-sided as of late. The Carthage has won 4 of the last 5 matchups. And this year, Carthage is off to a great start, 4-1, with its only loss coming from undefeated Nixa. The Tiger offense, led by senior quarterback Zane Browning, has been unstoppable, averaging over 45 points per game. For Joplin, it's been a different story. The 2-3 Eagles are off to their worst start in 5 years. After starting QB Daniel Rose went down due to injury, Trenton McCavey has had to step up as field general. The Eagles are still searching for their offensive identity, and they'll need to figure it out fast against the Tigers. Kickoff for tonight's matchup is set for 7 p.m. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Chiefs also take on some big cats. They travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holtis, takes us back to 2013 for the game that started off the Andy Reid era.
Growing up on a farm, I loved our farm pond. Like any kid, I'd skip rocks or just drop a big rock and watch the ripples. The Chiefs visit Jacksonville this week where it all started, the Pebble in the Pond. September 8, 2013, the Chiefs were coming off their most disastrous season in team history. New Chiefs head coach Andy Reid was just trying to put a respectable team on the field. Little did the NFL know what would start on that day. The game didn't begin well, a punt blocked by Jacksonville for a safety. But from there, the Chiefs would score 28 unanswered points. And from there, 12 straight winning seasons, 9 straight division titles, 5 Super Bowls, and 3 Super Bowl trophies. Now the Jags are starting all over with a new head coach and a 34-year-old general manager. But some days are a pebble on the pond and start everything on this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Como Jewelry in Joplin and Pittsburgh.
You'll have to wait until Monday for that matchup. Kickoff with the Jaguars is set for 7:15 p.m. Well, that's it from Jung Field. I'm Ben McLeish. Back with more news after this.
Well, we've got a lot more coming up for you tonight on KOAM News at 9, on Fox 14, and KOAM News at 10, and on the CW. Miami paints the city blue to celebrate the War Dogs and homecoming season. Plus, Ryan Ben and the rest of the sports team will bring you a full slate of local football with Friday Night Football and Press Box, and another look at the return of Porch Fest in Joplin. Those stories and a lot more coming up. If you're looking for fun fall events for this weekend here in the 4 states, don't be afraid to scan this QR code. We've got you covered. Scan it and head straight to the events page on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. You'll find information on all kinds of family fun events, including fall festivals and some scary and not so scary haunted houses. That's the events page at KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, one of the fall events going on was today. The Pioneer Harvest Fiesta returns to Fort Scott this week, bringing history to life with demonstrations of farming practices from the late 1800s to early 1900s. Visitors can see everything from a massive 1915 steam traction engine powering a threshing machine to a working sawmill cutting logs into boards to corn shellers and wagon scales once used in everyday farm life. The festival also includes live music, vendors, and a showcase of antique tractors and hit-and-miss engines.
We're actually like the kids that were here. We had the elementary school kids here, and this is like the highlight of their fall in school. They get to come out here and actually watch these things happen, and they have a kick out of it. They're saying, we get to go out and on a field trip and watch something, and what is this thing and how does that work? And you get to explain it to them.
This is the 69th year for Fort Scott's Pioneer Harvest Fiesta Week. Not exactly the temperatures we'd be expecting for first week of October.
We should be into the mid-70s, but Mother Nature, you know how she is.
Sure.
She gets a little moody from time to time, and she's moody this weekend. We're going to be into the mid-80s, and then as we go through early next week, some chances for showers and thunderstorms, but some 70s in the forecast Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which will make it feel a little more like October.
Mother Nature sounds a lot like my mother right now. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Mom. That's our time for now. We're right back here at 10. Have a great evening.